Hello, welcome friends. We are going to be discuss one of the important chapter of our syllabus in public international law, that is the sources of international law. So friends, we already discussed this topic, introduction, definitions which is given by the various authors and the scholars of public international law, then sources which is recognized by the Statute of a International Court of Justice for the international law, which was discussed in previous lectures of this series. According to Article 38 of the Statute of a International Court of Justice, following sources are considered as the source of international law. First, the international treaty and convention. Second, international custom. Third, general principles of law recognized by civilized state. Fourth, judicial decision and juristic opinion. Fifth, decision and determination of the organs of international institution. So, these are the sources which is recognized by Article 38 of the Statute of International Court of Justice. Other than that, there are some sources of international law which is considered as a subsidiary source of international law. That source was also discussed in the last period, last lecture, that is इंटरनॅशनल कॉमिटी म्हणजेच आंतरराष्ट्रीय सलोखा किंवा सौहार्द्य, स्टेट पेपर्स, then the state guidance for their officers. Reason is one of the subsidiary source of international law, and the principle of justice, equity and good conscience, it is also a subsidiary source of international law. Other than that, some another sources which is considered as a subsidiary source of international law, and out of which we discuss today two sources, one resolution of a General Assembly and second, that is a resolution of a Security Council. So friends, these sources is other than the main source considered as a subsidiary source of international law. So friends, myself Dr. Mrs. Anita Rajesh Deshmukh, Assistant Professor, MSP Mandals, Sri Shivaji Law College, Parbhani, Maharashtra. So friends, we discuss the source of international law, that is a resolution of a General Assembly. The General Assembly is the most important organ of the United Nations. The General Assembly is considered as the most democratic and representative organ. It is a true representative of the people of the United Nations. So, General Assembly, it is one of the principal organ of a United Nations. It considered as the most democratic and representative organ of the United Nations. Each member of United Nations is represented in it. Each member is entitled to give one vote, but may send a 5 representative in the General Assembly according to Article 90. So friends, according to Article 90, it considers that each member is entitled to give a one vote. There are a number of states who are the member of a United Nations, and every member state is entitled to give a one vote, but may send a 5 representative in a General Assembly. Our country, our state, India, also having a representation in a General Assembly of a United Nations. At present, there are 193 members in a General Assembly in today's date. Ordinarily, a General Assembly resolution is not binding and does not create a legal implication. So friends, here we discuss a general principle which is recognized by the General Assembly, whether it may be considered as a source of international law or not. Ordinarily or generally, a General Assembly resolution is not binding and does not create a legal implication. It is a recommendatory in nature. कसं नेचर याचं? रिकमेंडरी. जर वाटलं तर इम्प्लिमेंट करायचं. इट इज रिकमेंडरी इन नेचर, बट द पोझिशन विल बी डिफरंट वेन इफ अ रिझोल्युशन इज युनॅनिमसली पास्ड. म्हणजेच सगळ्या स्टेटनी जर मिळून पास केलं असेल एखादं रिझोल्युशन जनरल असेंब्लीमध्ये तर, or is recited again and again numerous times and is passed with a majority, such a resolution may create a legal implication. Generally, the resolution which is not binding, which is made by the General Assembly, it is only a recommendatory in nature, but in certain situation when the resolution is passed unanimously, म्हणजे एकमताने, or it recited again and again in a numerous time, म्हणजे एखादं रिझोल्युशन पुन्हा पुन्हा मांडलं जात असेल नंबर ऑफ टाइम्सला त्यावेळेला, or is passed with a majority of such a resolution may create a legal implication. आपोआपच त्याला काय होतं? लीगल फोर्स येतो. such a resolution which is declaring the customary international law. So we already know that international custom is one of the source of international law, and when any resolution which is recited again and again in number of times by the General Assembly, naturally it having certain legal force and applicable as a source of international law. Such a resolution declaring a customary international law, a resolution which has formulated general principle of international conduct or authoritatively interpreted the United Nations Charter may claim to have a progressive development of international law. So friends, a resolution which has formulated general principles of international conduct or authoritatively interpret the United Nations Charter may claim to have a progressive development of international law. So friends, the resolution which is passed by the General Assembly upon any international matter or the problems is also an important source of a law, because that resolution further treated as an international law. So friends, it is one of the subsidiary source of international law. And another one, the resolution of a Security Council. Like the General Assembly, the Security Council is one of the principal organ of a United Nations, or it is an important organ as that of the General Assembly. When the Security Council having certain functions, the main function of a Security Council is to maintain the international peace and security in the world or amongst the nation. The United Nations has delegated law-making power to the Security Council in order to carry out its function effectively. So friends, United Nations given or delegated certain law-making power to the Security Council, because the Security Council having a function to maintain the international peace and security amongst the nation or amongst the world, and therefore for the purpose of effective functioning of the Security Council, it may be working or having certain forceful authority in his hand. It comprises of the 15 members, out of which 5 are the permanent and 10 non-permanent members, which is elected by the General Assembly for a term of 2 years. So friends, the Security Council, it is one of the principal organ of the United Nations. It comprises of the 15 member states, out of which 5 are the permanent member. सिक्युरिटी काउन्सिलमध्ये 15 मेंबर्स असतात, मेंबर स्टेट आहेत, त्यापैकी 5 जे आहेत ते परमनंट मेंबर आहे आणि 10 जे आहेत ते नॉन परमनंट आहे, विच वॉज इलेक्टेड बाय अ जनरल असेंब्ली फॉर द टर्म ऑफ 2 years. Only 5 states are the permanent member of the Security Council. Those 5 states are China, France, Russia, United Kingdom and United States of America. So, these are the 5 states who are the permanent member of the Security Council, and the another 10 members which was represented in a General Assembly was elected by a General Assembly for a term of 2 years. So, friends, we already know India try to make a membership, a permanent membership in a Security Council, but there was a persistently criticism by the China that the India cannot be a member, permanent member of a Security Council. So, friends, the resolution of a Security Council are binding upon the members. Article 25 of a charter provided that the resolution of a Security Council are binding upon the member state, and therefore the decisions of the Security Council adopted accordance with the chapter, and therefore whenever any resolution has been passed by the Security Council for effective implementation of their functioning, like to maintain the peace and security amongst the state, or to maintain the peaceful atmosphere amongst the globe, that resolution is binding on the member of the United Nations, and naturally it is considered as a source of international law. So, friends, we discuss in from last of 6 video lecture sources of international law, and if you having any query, please ask me any question on an internet mode, whatever may be there. So, friends, thank you very much.